As of today's reset, Bungie will be buffing fireteam completion rewards, and there's going to be huge bumps to the portal, etc. But I want to focus on completion rewards, this image you see on screen, and I want you to focus on inside terminus going from 1 completion reward to 2. It's a huge buff. In my opinion, this is going to be the best A+ farm in the game. A+ or A, but this is A+. So you're going to be doing A+ cards every 10 minutes, 10 to 11, 12 minutes, depending. And you're going to get A+ card and 2 completion rewards, not 1. And you can do it quicker than that, but I'm showing you the A+ variant of it. On all classes. A Titan run, a Warlock run, and a Hunter run, all condensed into this one video. I'm like a family-sized pack of Pop-Tarts. In the end, I'll probably be teaching your Golden Labrador to do this. By the time you've watched this, your family pet will be able to solo this, because it's jam-packed with information. So you must understand it before you do it. If you don't understand it, you won't be able to do it properly. Inside Terminus is very special, because you can change B+ cards into A+ cards pretty much for free, because there's score manipulations in Inside Terminus, making it the most special fireteam ops right now as what I'm aware of. Because there's techniques within the run. The techniques are, you need to kill extra ads at capture plate 1, gives you a huge bump to score. You need to kill pretty much all the champs, but that's easy to do, and 90% of the ads. And you need to do the Hydra point kill trick to give you extra points. And you need to beat the run within the time that you get allotted with the 15% score multiplier. If you do all of that, which sounds difficult but it's not, you will then automatically get A+ cards. Now I am 500 power, but even if you're not 500 power, as long as your card is B+, it will change into A+, or A at the minimum if you follow the rules that I've just told you in the run. The benefit for me for being 500 power is as follows. On ultimate content, I can literally just apply one mod and I get A+. It says B+, but it will turn into A+. All I apply is 2 share. That is it. I could have applied anything else. To be honest, you could just do that. Even though it changes to B, it would still change to A minimum. It would still change to A minimum. So you don't even need to run 2 share. You could run any of these that you want. Any that you want. Apart from the bow one seems bugged. Do not run pressure cooker on ultimate content. You lose score. You lose the time bonus. Don't run it. On GM level, it doesn't matter. You automatically get the score bonus. So there you go. B+ cards turn into A+. So then we're going to go over the builds for each. So I'll condense it. For the Hunter Titan Warlock, recommendations for each, then the runs, and that's pretty much going to be this mega video, and you're not going to be singled out because your class will be showcased for the farm. So just make sure, like I say, that you start farming this after reset, because it's huge benefits for doing it. Run, I kept it simple and went with a Unoya Song of Flame build, but I could have done a Lightning Surge Prismatic build. But for simplicity, more people have Unoya than they do class items, so I just went with a Unoya build, alright? So it's Song of Flame, Phoenix Dive, Celestial Fire, Healing Grenade, Aspects of Helion, Touch of Flame, Fragments of Ember of Solace, Ashes, Torches, Empyrean. Pairing that with the same weapons as I did on the other classes, apart from Sword, slightly variant. Mint Retrograde Exotic, Drang again, Scienceer with the same role, Sharp Harvest, Eager Edge, same as Titan at least. Unoya build, yeah, here's the armor mods. One thing about Unoya right now, before reset, it's not working with the grenade stat, but apparently after today it will. But right now, as I was making this video, it's not scaling with the grenade stat as you would hope. So I just focus on my main stats, which is weapon class, super, etc. Artifact mods, same as the others, basically very similar. Iron Lord's Vigor's the main one. I'm using Radiant Shrapnel in this case because I've got solar weapons. Elemental Days, Pack Tactics. I've got Overload Sword on, Unstoppable Sidearm, Barrier Pulse. Very similar setup. Honestly, all 3 classes are very similar in the run as well. That's the kit that I ran on Warlock. Okay, so here is that first run Warlock. So I'm going to, like I say, showcase all 3 runs in this video. It's Warlock, Titan, and Hunter with builds, in-depth, card, in-depth, everything. I'm giving you everything in this video that you could ever hope for, right? At the start bit with Inside Terminus, do not sparrow too quickly. The barriers won't spawn in if you don't, and you will lose points. Do not do that. Let the barriers spawn in. You want to kill this barrier as soon as you can before he teleports. He likes to teleport away. Kill him quickly with the rocket pulse. There we go, and then we're going to come into this room. Your first goal is taking care of the second barrier. Just get rid of him, use your Noia, use your Helion dives. Get rid of him quickly with the pulse. Then, at this point, you want to refill on special ammo. You do that by sword swiping with Scientia, with Sharp Harvest. Look at the ammo regeneration. We will start to get a lot of ammo when we do this. Helion's robbing my kills, though, at the minute. But that's okay. That's actually not a bad problem to have, is it? Now, third and final barrier, kill him. Don't skip any barriers in this room. The point is highly coordinated. You need to follow it to a T. Once you know the farm, though, it's an extremely valuable farm to know about. Right, we'll get a healing nade down and a Phoenix dive. And then we're just going to go in with Restoration ×2 and the Solar Sword to clear all the adds quickly and to regenerate special ammo. Keep sorting all these adds. Whip out the rocket pulse. Just use the alt fire mode when you've got enough sticky bombs attached to that barrier. Get rid of them. Then just sword swipe all the scions and everything. Don't pop super here. It might be tempting to do that, and don't skip these adds. These adds need to be cleared. If you're going for A+, kill them. If you're only going for A rank, skip them maybe. Then yes. But like I say, this is giving you the advices on score, right? If you do really want that A+, and you turn your B+ into A+, there's not a lot of ads you can skip, only some. Whereas if you just want A grade, you can skip quite a lot, actually. Yeah, so it really is up to you on that. But like I say, I'm giving you the information. Here's the first trick with Inside Terminus. Cap the plate. Start capping it. Start clearing the ads with either your sword or your primary, whatever primary you're using. You could use any solar primary in this. You can use Ahab Char, Mida Multi-Tool. We've got a few solar primaries. We could use Yertide, whatever you want. Pop a super here, you may as well. Pop a super on the 2 unstops. I've popped it too soon, though. Slightly too soon, because that unstop's trapped. But there we go, we got him. That's fine, no problem. This farm isn't that strict on time. There's probably a 3-minute leeway on this farm. No, maybe 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minute leeway, for sure. Which is a lot of time in Insight. That's a lot of seconds in a run like this. Keep clearing the ads. Now, what you want to do is look at your score. 3,898 bottom right. You're going to keep capping. You're going to keep stepping on the plate and off the plate. On the plate, off the plate to kill these ads. They are not infinite ads here. There is a cap. It's like 4 or 5 waves. Kill the 5 waves. Well, in actual fact, the easy way to do this is just get to 5,000 points on the right-hand corner. Do you see my points? Keep clearing the ads. Do not cap the plate until you have 5,000 points. Are we clear on this? You need to be clear on it. If you don't do this, you will not get A+. Okay, this ruins the whole score manipulation thing. You need to do it. Right, I'm on the final wave. I know that, so I'm starting to cap plate. Look at that, 5,000 points. You will definitely get 5,000 points if you run a B+ card. If you followed the tricks up until now, you will have 5,000 points. So I have 5,000 points. I'm good. Now, you do need to do a little bit extra optimizations in this room, but it's not that damn hard. We're at power level as well, and you'll be able to do it at power as well. You'll be able to do this at power with the mods, with the score multipliers and the buffs and such. Again, I can't account for everybody's power. If you're 340 power, I don't know what you're doing or up to. It was months ago when I was that power, so I'm not 100% on your situation with that. Just follow the rule that B+ turns into A+, if done correctly. Barrier needs to be melted. Don't send the boss away. You want to get the extra barriers to spawn in. Okay, so that now you shoot the boss. Don't shoot the boss right away, because this gives you more score if you do this. Okay? So spawn in the unstop now. Get your barrier and ads down, then spawn in the unstop. Don't try and go too quick. You'll lose points. You need to do it like this. For A plus at least, for the A plus. If you're not interested in A plus and only want A, well then send the boss right away and get the unstop in right away then. Yeah? Do you see the distinction between the two different strats? But it does make a difference because I was only getting A without doing this. Alright. Barrier spawns in as well. But I've got plenty of healing. I can go in with the sword. Okay. It looks like I'm getting weak for sure. But I've got heal clip. Yeah, and we're base power. So we get rid of the barrier. Don't pick up that orb just yet. Keep sword swiping. Keep killing all these ads. Kill the snipers as well. Just get rid of them because they annoy you on the next phase. So just get rid of them. Right, there we go. I mean, not every single ad needs cleared out. You can leave stragglers, like I've said this in the past. Pick up your orb. Little 360 there. Nice, look at that. Nice to see, isn't it? It's nice to see that my momentary reaction skills are quite good today. Okay, get rid of these gladiators as well, because they follow you if you don't, although it's not essential. Pick up your orb, save super. This is when you're going to super, especially on the Warlock strat. It works very good on Warlock, this. Your Song of Flame's going to kill 4 champs here. Watch this. I think it's 4. Right, Helion dive, super. Oh no, I don't super just yet, hang on. So I'm going to, I choose to kill the unstop. I get blown up nearly, I got a heal in there, that's fine. That was just unfortunate from the unstop. Now I pop super, here we go. So I've done optimizations there of just clearing out the first barrier and unstop first. Then I pop a super Song of Flame now. Look, watch this. That's two barriers. Here's another barrier. 3 barriers it takes, that super. Because if you pick up the orb, you lose your super, I believe. Or it used to be like that. Pick up the orb again. Right. Now look at score. The golden rule for this room is you need slightly over 10,000 points. About 10,300. That is your point of reference. Come to the back of the map. Get rid of this barrier. I've got Radiant. I've got Helion. There we go. He gets melted. Look at the points. 9,9. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. We're not going just yet. Look at this. We're starting to go over 10. But we need a little bit more than that. So these ads push you. Any stragglers from the first island, a lot of them push it, but look, I'm on 10,300. I could kill more, but I'm like, no, that's enough. I know that that's the sweet spot. Because of how Insight works is we're going to get so many more points when we get to the actual boss fight itself. Because there's score manipulations, as I've said. So keep going, 10,300. There's a couple more ads to get, but you will not earn much more points than this. Now, this is up for subject to change, but I don't think Bungie will change this because they don't know anything about it. And what I'm on about is score points, and you're going to see it. You're going to see it coming up. Sort all these ads. Sort all these ads. You're getting points. Look, I'm getting points. Whip out Mint Retrograde Exotic. Do as much damage to all the Minotaurs and the Hydras as much as you can. You will then get the score from those ads because you've tagged them. That's 1,000 points. That's actually 100,000 points, that. 1,000 points equates to 100,000 in score. That's an extra 100,000. See the score? 11,709. Now then, cap the plate. All of these ads do not give points at the time of this video I'm making it. And I don't see Bungie changing the points like this because I think they've got enough things to be concerned with. So I'm telling you, you need to now speedrun this boss. Forget about the ads. Only clear the ads that you need to on the plate. The reason why this is so good is you can sort all the ads on the plate and you are very tanky. Pop a Song of Flame now. Song of Flame, Helion, and just get rid of the boss. So to detonate 7 shots for maximum damage. Look at that chunker. Look at the chunker. Get rid of the boss. That's it. He's done. Song of Flame still third left. Keep popping the Helions. Keep doing your super. And you're going to whip out heal clip. Your heal clip primary. Whatever it might be. Or your sword. When the ads push your gladiators, sword them. Or you could even rocket pulse them as well. You have options with this. Helion will do crazy work for survivability on this plate as well. Plate 1 middle. Cap that one because it's quickest to cap at start. There you go. Cap that. Then go over to right or left. Up to you. And then just do the same thing. Make sure you've got a restoration chain on Warlock. I would say. I would suggest that you try and get it. Which I've got it. It's not that hard to get restoration times 2 nowadays, is it? And if not, you got heal clip to rely on. But the ads don't hit that much because, as I say, because of the combatant power, we're not doing this minus 40. So it's fine. Just keep capping the plate. Just keep capping the plate. Again, look at all the ammo I've had in this run. I've never had to worry about sword ammo or special, because sword gives me special ammo because of Sharp Harvest. So I haven't had to worry about ammo in any sense at all in this run. Maybe at the start, but that wasn't a worry because I had a strap for it. Was to just use Sharp Harvest to get special ammo, and that was it. The entire run is foolproof on this strap. We're less than 10 minutes in at the minute. We're capping the third plate. Third plate is capped. Look at how easy that is. You have a Song of Flame for phase 2, and that's all you're going to do. You're going to finish this run off. Song of Flame pop. Get up high. I dropped down. I fell off the rock. And you're just going to do your rocket pulse. Make sure you do a Helion. Make sure, I should have done Helion a little sooner than that, but that's okay. There we go, and look at the melt. You're just going to melt him down like this. And you will see, I definitely get the diamond rank reward. It's A+, and as of the reset today, this will be 2 tier 5s. Sometimes more with extra bonus rewards. You will see the score. I get A+ definitely. It confirms it to you, right? But you do need to follow the rules with the score. Look, diamond rank 1. There you go, 1.6 mil. Run, I ran Arc Ball Charge Titan just to keep it simple, but you could run Strongholds Titan, to be honest. With the amount of sword kills I got in this run, you could have done that. I just haven't got Stronghold Titan build set up or configured. If you have, go and do it, that's fine, you can use it. But this is what I did use. Artifact mods, I'll cover it the same thing again. Shield Crush, Iron Lord's Vigor, because we're doing a lot of sword kills. Pack Tactics, Friendly, whatever this is called. What else we got? Scab mods, discounted, Overload Sword, Unstoppable Sidearm, Barrier Pulse. Weapons, keeping it the same format. Retrograde Exotic, Drang, and Scienceer in this case, with Sharp Harvest and Eager Edge. Bolt Charge Titan, Crest of Alpha Lupi. There you go. I'm using T-Crash, Rally Barricade, Seismic Strike, Pulse Grenade, Storm's Keep, Knockout, Fragments, Frequency, Focus, Shock, Resistance. That is the kit for Titan that I ran. Okay, so here is the second run on Titan. We've just showcased you the Warlock run, so this is now the Titan. This is going to be a very, very similar run to the Warlock, just that its survivability is offered to you in a different way. You know, you're bolt charging, you're barricading to get your health, whereas on, you know, you're diving to get your health. Yeah, it's basically the same thing, just a different flavour. You're going to get rid of this barrier immediately like you did on the Warlock run. Let me assume that you haven't watched the Warlock run, right? So I'll just sort of commentate like that. And I'll repeat myself a little bit. But anyways, get rid of all of the barriers in this room. Sword the rest of the ads when it gets to that phase. Swording them will give you Sharp Harvest to then proc special ammo there. There you go, look. That will then maintain your special ammo for the barriers. Okay? But like I say, at this level you can melt a barrier in 3 shots, 2 to 3. Then we'll just Eager Edge past that room. Make sure that you clear out all the champs and pretty much 90% of the ads in this section. You can skip ads and still get A+, but not too many. I have actually means tested this. If you do too much ad skipping, you'll get A grade. Which, if you just want to get A grade, that's okay then, isn't it? Okay? So, you know, it all depends. But like I say, this is A+ farm. Okay, now Rocket Pulse the barrier. There we go, we melt him down. I have a super, but it's T-Crash. It's not Fist. And we don't need it for anything. But don't, like I say, skip too many of these ads. They are worth quite a few points. So we're going to whip out the sidearm, the sword, whatever we need. And just get rid of these ads, which they push around this corner, which is nice. So we'll just get rid of them. Drang goes hard in this run, actually. That's why I ran it on all 3 classes, just to standardise it all. And Drang does go hard at CQC. And it's unstoppable sidearm as well. I know Burning Ambition does stun unstops, but you know what I'm on about, don't you? Sword these goblins, quickly get rid of them. And same thing, the next score manipulation is the plate. We need to kill 5 extra ad waves of enemies at the plate cap. So that's what I'm doing. Let the boss send away. Just get rid of him. He tried to stomp me, just get rid of him. Start capping the plate, but do not cap the plate entirely. you do need the extra ads. Because of how Insight Terminus works with the score manipulations, it's very strict on what you do, but once you do it, you do get that beautiful 1.6 mil for little to no work. I'll stun unstops with my melee, then T-Crash. Look at that, that's double unstop taken care of. So that's definitely the first place to use a T-Crash in this run. Cap the plate, but not the entire way. Step on, off, step on and off. You need to step on and off to spawn the ads in, but do not entirely cap the zone, because if you cap the zone, you won't get the extra points that I'm saying to you. And your card, if you don't do the score manipulations in this run, the ones I've mentioned, you probably won't even get A grade. Yeah, because Insight Terminus is also bugged on score at the end for ads. So somebody who's not in the know with this will think it's bad, but it's not. It's just because you're throwing and you don't know what to do. And that's really what it is. Follow the advices and to a T. Like if you skip certain segments of the run and you've only watched one of the runs, well then that's your fault and you don't know what to do. You know, don't blame other people for your lack of patience. I am serious about that. If you've got some sort of attention deficit, that's not my fault, you know. Follow the video. I'm the one working hard moment to moment here. So don't scold me for that. That's your fault. Make sure that you watch the entire run of your class and you're good. Then we're on the same page. I don't like it when people comment and they ask a question and they haven't bothered to watch the video. And that does annoy me a little bit when people do that. So don't do that, man. Give yourself patience. Watch the run and then you'll know what to do. Don't send the boss away. You can send him, but don't. You want an extra barrier to kill. Okay, we're going to work on the ads, swording them, dranging them, meleeing them. Get the barrier first. He's the priority. There we go. Get rid of that barrier. There he is. And then just sword all of these ads. Start swording them. You've got plenty of heavy ammo to encapsulate this entire run. Okay, plus with Warlord's Vigor or whatever it's called. Iron Lord's Vigor, the mod, the artifact mod. You're going to keep getting heavy ammo back, plus special ammo as well. Now send the boss away. Once you've cleared the barrier, get rid of and most of these ads, then spawn in the unstop. It looks slower, but it does confirm the A+. This confirms it, because you get an extra barrier along with the unstop. We get a stun with Drang, quickly kill him with the pulse. There's a relic on the floor, forget about the relic, get the barrier. If he's in your sight and you're quite good on health, kill him. If not, pop a barricade. Then just sort all of these ads, all of them. That's what I'm saying. Stronghold run would be good in this. So if you've got your Stronghold Titan build set up, go on Strongholds. Because I don't really think I need Crest of Avalubai in this run. I know that they're adjusting Stronghold and then they're reverting it and stuff. I just haven't had time to sort my Stronghold build out. Maybe that's something I need to do this week. I can't do everything. I'm just one man. I'm just saying, if you've got Strongholds to use on a build, on an active build, use it. Because this is a sword run, this. Insight Terminus is more of a sword run, where you just sort of melting everything with swords. Get rid of the gladiators, get rid of the barrier. That's it. Now, you've got a T-Crash to burn. That's when we use it on this phase. It's critical on this phase. Eager Edge over to middle. Use the stairs as momentum. Look at that. Eager Edge wasn't too loyal, though. I went too far. T-Crash here. Unfortunately, that barrier put his barrier up before I would anticipate it, but that's okay. I could have double downed them, but I didn't. Pick up the orb. That spawns in the extra barrier. Now your barricade goes up. Melt this barrier in middle as soon as. Behind that barricade. Now, I can't detonate because of the damn relic. Because alt fire on the retrograde is the same button as picking up a relic. So I was picking up the relic rather than doing detonation damage, but that's alright. Get your 2 barriers on that phase and look at that. Most ads are clear. Look at points, 9,370. Get rid of the barrier at the stairs. But there are some more ads. I'm going to start clearing them out because I need more score than this. I need a little bit more. So I'm not going just yet. It's tempting to just leave, but don't yet. Because remember, the point reference is 10,300. 10,300, 10,200, around about that. I've got a barrier to kill. We'll kill him with the rocket pulse. There we go. Quickly melted. 10,200, but I need a bit more points. I'll sort these Vex. I'll check points. Boom, that's your point of reference. I'm actually slightly above where I need to be. That's not a bad problem to have though, is it? There we go, that's done, and I'm amplified off this last ad so that I can run through this alleyway quicker to the final boss. Assuming you didn't watch the Warlock run, I'll explain it again. Clear these Vex Goblins because it's the last opportunity to get points. The Hydra and the Minotaurs need to be tagged to get an extra 100,000 points. It equates to 1,000 in-game, but on the score multiplier, 1,000 points is 100,000. This is why people get confused, because there's two different score ratings sort of thing. You've got the score at the bottom right hand, and then you've got reward forecasts. Make sure you tag the Hydra and the Minotaurs, as many as you can. If you miss one, it doesn't matter. Watch the score bump up. 10-7-4, 11-7-8-1. Do you see the points? You need to do that to get the A+. You must tag that Hydra. If you don't, you will not get the score. You will not. You must do it. As I've said, getting score from these ads isn't possible. They don't give you score. Two reasons. There's one reason or another reason. One reason might be there are infinite ads at Inside Terminus, and Bungie knows this. So I wonder if they've patched out the score because they know there's infinite ads here. Either that or it's bugged. And I actually think Bungie has intentionally made it so that there's no score to be gained at the boss, because they know it's infinite waves of enemies here. They know it. They're not daft. They designed Inside Terminus. They know everything about it. So I think it is intentional, but it doesn't matter as long as you kill the Hydra and tag him. T-Crash plus the Rocket Pulse sends the boss. Then you're going to cap plate, middle plate. That's just quicker to do that because you're already standing in middle. Just cap middle. Because look, I've already capped it and the gladiators aren't even here. There we go. The gladiators are coming. They're marching. Look at them. I cap the plate. I can pop barricades. I can do heel clip. I can sword them. I can rocket pulse the gladiators. I can do all sorts. This is the hardest plate on second plate is. That's why you whip out the sword. If gladiators push you hard, whip out the sword. Immediately kill them. Backpacks are better off being sworded as well. If you explode their backpack, you will die. The explosion from the backpack will explode on you and you will die. However, if you sword them, the backpack will be disintegrated. Therefore, the backpack will not do area effect damage to you. That's advanced information there. Keep getting rid of the gladiators on cap plate 2. You need to think about super, because you want a super at the end, which you will have. Don't T-crash these gladiators. That's a mistake. Unless you're going to die. If you're going to die, then do that, yeah. Because you can still kill the boss just with the pulse alone. Yeah, you can. So only use T-crash if you're about to die. But you should be not dying here. You should be heel clipping, sword and the ads. Unless a backpack explodes on you, then alright. You know, and you're going to get weak for sure. Final plate is capped. I have a super. I've just about got my pulse grenade. I've got full special, full heavy. Such an easy farm because of how easy it is for ammo purposes. Oh, I fell off the rock. Slightly slower than the Warlock run because I fell off the rock. But it's basically the same run as the Warlock run. It's basically identical. It's just the same thing. Okay, it's basically the same thing. A mag of rocket pulse, T-crash, pulse grenade, that finishes the boss off, and you will see I'll get a diamond rank 1 clear, which is an A+ score, 1.6 mil, same as the Warlock clear. So for the Hunter run, I ran a Mask of Bacchus sword build. I'm going to speed run through this. Artifact mods. I've got some Stasis Frost Armor mods on. Overload Sword, Unstoppable Sidearm, Barrier Pulse, Scarf mods, Shield Crush. Iron Lord's Vigor gives you basically an increased amount of heavy. Elemental Daze, Elemental Coalescence, Fever and Chill. There you go. With Mask of Bacchus, there'll be a dim link anyways. Weapons. Now I'm going to keep the weapons similar on all 3 classes. So I'm using the Mint Retrograde Exotic. I'm using Drang in the entire run, but you can use any solar primary that you want or any primary that you enjoy. For the Mask of Bacchus build, you want a Raw Radon on because it's a stasis sword This will allow you to keep swording and teleporting. I'm using Silence and Squall, Marksman's Dodge, Weaver and Blade, Grapple Melee, Threaded Spectre, Ascension, Fragments are, Facet of Ruin, Protection, Hope, Dawn, Purpose. That's the build kit for the Hunter. Okay, so I'm finally the Hunter clear. So the Hunter run, like I said, I'm using Mask of Bacchus sword build with Iron Lord's Vigor on the artifact to keep swording and teleporting. The only downside to this is that you don't have Eager Edge. Aurora Dawn is a stasis sword that does not have Eager Edge, but the payout is pretty good for hunters. This allows you to sword like crazy, so it's pretty nice. It just means the run's slower because you haven't got Eager Edge, but so what? Who cares, man? Who cares if it's a little slower? Yeah. Some people only main Hunter, so they need this information. You know, if I make a Titan run, Hunter mains, it's no good for them because they won't play Titan. That's why I'm doing all three. Do you understand it? Get rid of the 2 barriers immediately, and then we're just going to sword, and clone. What will alleviate not having Eager Edge is having Amplified on. So that's why I run Ascension. You may as well still run Ascension. I ran Winter Shroud on this, the run before this, and it was slower. It was nice, I must admit, slowing all the ads, but so who cares? They're dead anyways. When you keep swording the ads, it doesn't matter that you've slowed them because they're already dead because you killed them with your sword. So you don't need Winter Shroud. You only need Winter Shroud when you're minus 40, 50 under or something. You don't need it for now. Ascension's better in the long term is what I'm trying to explain to you because you can spam class ability dodges back to back to back. Get rid of the barrier first. I'm going to super in middle. I got my super quicker. A little bit quicker on this one than the other 2 classes. That's good. Super here you may as well because it does add clear for you. Yeah, it does add clear in middle. That means you can clear a few more ads and then run away. Because the the Silence and Squall will kill the rest of the ads. Or pretty much, look at that, 2,200. That's about where we need to be. Right, now start running through. I've got Amplified buff. See how you can mix and match between Amplified and Teleport dodges. You have enough ability uptime in your class ability to use both. So you could use a clone, teleport, 2 sword kills, Amplified. 2 sword kills, make a clone. Do you see how all this playback loop? Now, assuming you haven't seen the Titan Warlock run, you want to clear out 5 waves of ads on this plate. Do not entirely cap the plate. Just get it. Just keep stepping on and off, on and off, on and off. You need this for score manipulations. Let the unstops come out of that Vex barrier shield thing. And just kill him quickly like this. Look at that. That was crazy damage there with the ignitions and stuff. That was nice. Just stepping on and off. Your point of reference right now is 5,000 score points. So look at the score. It's going up and up and up every single wave. So just sword them. Sword them or drang them, whatever you want. But by the time you've done this, your super will have regenerated. Also maybe Farmer Transcendence. Maybe Farmer Transcendence so you've got it for the next zone. Because like I could do more light energy right now. I'm actually doing a bit of that now. So while we're waiting, you can decide what type of kills you want to get for the next zone. Which is nice. Like look at my Transcendence bar. I'm close. But look at score. I'm not at 5k. I need to keep going yet. I need to keep going. I've got Transcendence now. So if I need it for the next phase, which is nice on Prismatic Hunter, of course, then I've got it. And I've just done that by just... While I'm multitasking, I'm getting my points while farming a Transcendence quickly. Look at points. This is the final wave. So I can step on the plate and cap it. I'm happy to now cap the plate because I've breached 5,000 points. So look at that. But yeah, just keep stepping on and off. Don't step off the plate too much because that means you've got to then entirely cap a fresh plate, which takes time. So step on and off. Very easy. And this can be done fire team as well. I forgot to mention this. You can do all of this, what I'm explaining to you, in a fire team. It's no problem at all. You can definitely do that. Okay, pop an Ascension for Amplified Speed Booster. This just speeds things up a little bit. If I ran Winter Shroud, like I told you, it would be a minute slower because I've got no Speed Booster. Do you understand? So it's a non-factor that I can freeze enemies with Winter Shroud because... I'm basically going to kill the ads anyways. Understand it? It's only in more deficit activities where we need it. We're not in a deficit for this. Barrier first. Get rid of the barrier champ. And then again, sword the ads. Freeze them with your melee if you want. You could run Freddy Spike instead, but obviously I'm on Masker Bacchus. And it takes advantage of just using Wyvern, the knives, whatever you call them. I forgot the name of the melee, honestly. I'm doing so much in this run. Wyvern Blade, that's the name of it. Send the boss away after the barrier and ads are killed. This gives you more score points for the run, like I've been explaining to you. Stun unstop in middle. Teleport, sword him. You get the buff, that's it, get rid of him. Leave the relic. I'm going to super here, actually. I'm just going to super, but I could have super the next phase instead. But I was thinking, you know what, it doesn't matter, because I've got Transcendence to pop on next phase. Make a clone. That will stop the ads hitting you. So when you're up against it, just make a clone, because that de-aggroes all the ads on you. Look, the ads aren't hitting me. They're not hitting me. Take out the snipers, because remember, they are a bit of an issue on phase 2, or can be. Like, if you leave 6 snipers up, on phase 2 of this room, you're going to have 6 snipers sniping you, which all of them, if they hit you at once, you're dead. Even on this difficulty. So, just bear that in mind when you're doing this, okay? I've got a Transcendence to use, like I said. I'm going to use that. I'm going to make a clone here, grapple him, get rid of him with the Rocket Pulse. There we go. That's gotten rid of everything. I'm amplified, which is good. I want to be remained amplified. This will allow me to get to middle quicker, so that I'm ready for this barrier and unstoppable. These champs need to be killed immediate. You need to follow it. Transcendence goes in. Get the barrier first. Remember, this Rocket Pulse can stun barriers and unstops. Watch. Now, I've still got Transcendence. Pick up that relic as soon as, and then drop it. Drop it. Look, that gets the extra barrier in. Make a clone in middle. The barrier has bad RNG for me. He moves out of my stuff. But I get the first one. I've got a super to use. But I do get weak here. It's to be noted. I do get weaker here than what I should. You know, I was a little sloppy play there. But I'm surviving with Masker Bacchus. Look. Then I go for the final barrier. But my own Rocket Pulse hurts me. Did you see that? See, detonation damage from this Rocket Pulse hurts you. So that's why I got weak a second time. But I'm good now. I'm pretty much good now. I know that. Just need to sort the rest of the ads. Frost Armor's saving me here as well. That's why I've got Frost Armor on. See, that's the difference between a Hunter and a Warlock and a Titan. Is that Warlock and Titan, when you are really pushed up against it, you've always got a panic button. And you have with this as well. But obviously you've saw there, it's not quite as potent as what maybe a Bolt Charge Barrier would be. Or maybe a Warlock. Although it is still OP. I'm just explaining to you that out of the 3 runs, I was weak on the Hunter the most. It was only that phase. But and I was lowest power level on Hunter as well. Whereas on the other classes I was higher. But look at this points. 10,000. Wow, now I'm well over the points here. So on the Hunter run, I actually done too good of a job for points. As I said on the previous runs, I only need about 10,300. Because it's not 10,300, it's actually 100,000. 1,000 points equates to 100,000 points for the score multiplier. This is why people get confused, because there's 2 metrics. There's scored on the bottom right hand corner, and then there's forecast score. And they're 2 different multipliers, right? They're 2 different ways of seeing a score. 10,000 points equals 1,000,000 on reward forecast. See, this is why people are just messed up. Now I'm just going to skip all these ads because I don't need them. And remember the trick, Hydra trick. You've got to tag the Hydra and the Minotaurs. So I'm going to do exactly that, like I've been doing for the other runs as well. Watch the score go up. On my Hunter, I get so many points here. Watch this. That's nearly 12,000. That's a little higher than the other 2, but again, unnecessary. Doesn't need to be that high. I don't know why I got slightly more. I guess I just do more ad clear on Hunter, I guess. I probably killed, yeah, a few more ads in that room. I would say a pack of ads more than usual. Okay, so plate capping is extremely easy on this. So strong points for the Hunter goes that when you're playing close up, being able to sword make clones on a plate like this, where you have to defend yourself, is extremely good. And Silence and Squall was damn effective in this run. Yeah, I called it the other day and said Silence and Squall was weak, but in this run I found it very effective, actually. So, yeah, we keep doing DPS with Silence and Squall, plus the Rocket Pulse. That Silence and Squall is doing very good for me there. That's nice. Then cap middle. So send the boss immediately with that damage. And then you just go into cap the plate. Cap and plate on a hunter is extremely good. It's as good as a Warlock or a hunter. Titan, sorry. But it's the same thing, isn't it? They're all the same playback loops. I think people seem to think that Warlock, Titan and Hunter are massively different, and they just aren't. They're actually very similar in the game. If you're fluent in playing all three classes, they all end up the same solution. You know, we're getting overshield for all our classes. Especially, you know your Warlock, Ball Charge, Titan, Mask of Bacchus, it's all the same thing. Yeah, to me it is. To other people it won't be. Maybe they disagree with that, but all the runs are the same though, aren't they? Yeah, it's all the same result. Just that the Hunter was slightly a longer run because I'd done a bit more ad clear and my Hunter was slightly under leveled as opposed to the Titan and Warlock. That was the only difference. But yeah, just keep making clones on your plate. Look, I've also been getting Frost Armor as well in the past. And you're just going to keep doing that. That will distract the ads as well from trying to cap the plate. If you make a clone in front of the plate, you're going to cap the plate easier because they're trying to focus down your clone. I'm on final plate cap. I have a Silence and Squall. I'm going to get my Transcendence. I'm going to focus on a bit of Drang. I get a little weak there. That's okay though. I got Faster Protection help me a little bit. Overshield helps. I should have got a Heal Clip kill there. So that was more me. That wasn't the build. That was an actual slight error that I made. But that's okay. We haven't died, have we? It's not an actual error until you die, really. I'm just pointing out minuscule details. That's all I'm doing here. Right, I've got my Transcendence. Plate is capped. So I'm going to get rid of this boss. Transcendence pop. Radiant. Nade in middle. Silence and Squall goes in. Then I'll light shift for the damage bonuses. And then just go in with Retrograde Pulse. You could sword him, but it's better to just do this. It's far more consistent. Just do this. But we could sword him for sure. It just means you have to deal with less ads and stuff. Anyways, that was a solo GM farm. Well, it's Ultimate Farm, but it's GM as well. On all three classes, for what I foresee to be one of the best farms in the game as of reset today. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.